can you tell us about your journey towards becoming India's first blind assistant government leader of state of Maharashtra and women notary, and what motivated you to pursue this profession?
Yes, I will be very glad to share my journey. Uh, I basically liked science and I was interested in scoring subjects in my childhood. But there was no option. My mother wanted me to become a lawyer. So, for protection of our property and being I am a visually challenged, nobody can fool me or now so many cases of fraud and all. So my mother wanted me to become a lawyer. So when I was in ninth standard, I was told that law will be the good profession for you. So I decided to become a lawyer. So after 12th, I got admission in Nagpur Law College, Ambedkar College of Law. Then after completing my 5 years course, I did not want to become a lecturer because so many in Nagpur there was no awareness about how can I practice. Many people told me to you become a lecturer. Only the lecturership will be the good profession. So I was not interested in teaching. So I decided that I want to practice. So I started to go to High Court and listening the cases. Then suddenly one day the Justice Honorable Shri Justice J. Narayan Patel appointed me in one case. It was by post. So I was appointed as amicus curiae and I succeeded in that case. So I started getting cases. I want to definitely tell you that the cases related were criminal cases and most of the time I have practiced in criminal cases regarding relating to the prisoners problem about they have a right to be released on leave, which is called parole and furlough, and other prison problems also like premature release after their sentence. So up to after 7 and 8 years of my practice, I was eligible to become an assistant government leader. So I decided. So now I didn't know how to become an assistant government leader. So I keep on practicing regularly. So one day the advertisement was published. So I filled up a form and I was appointed by the state government of Maharashtra uh, as assistant government leader, public additional public prosecutor. So we heard here in movie that public prosecutor. So I continued as assistant government leader in criminal law. So thereafter, my father had told me that in future you can become a notary. So I wanted to. So I filled up another form through district court. So, madam, what happened? The form there was no reply from anywhere. Suddenly, after 1.5 years, I received a call letter from Mumbai that you come for interview there. So I went to Mumbai and gave face-to-face interview there. They asked me that how will you do the notary work? I told them that I am already doing the attestation work with my assistant government leader stamp, attesting the documents of any students and all. So they provided me and they appointed me. The central government, the notary I am through central government. So I am working from last 7 years with the cited assistant, and my son also learned to stamp on the documents and I sign it. So I know to read, how to read with my talking software. The document can be read.
That's very inspiring to see that you have pursued something that you really wanted to do, and you did not let anything become a challenge in your life. So that's very inspiring to hear for all of us in the legal industry. So, how has your experience been as a specially abled women in the legal profession? And what challenges have you faced and how did you overcome them?
So first challenge was at the time of my LLB education that we need a writer at the time of examination. So always writer is needed 1 year back, 1 year prior to our standard. That's when I was in second year. The first year writer is needed. So we have to arrange for a girl whose paper should not clash with our examination. Then we have to approve or get approved from the university. So what happened? Once the writer is approved, no other writer was permitted if she got ill or if there is emergency. So after passing my LLB, I wrote a letter to Nagpur University. So two writers should be approved. Now they have started approving two. One writer got ill or if there is any emergency, the year of the student should not be wasted. And thereafter, after passing from my LLB, now how to practice was a very big challenge. So I just told just now that I started going to High Court, and I was my senior was Mrs. Kumkum Shirpurkar Madam. She permitted me to come to her office. So I started there. Here I was independently practicing. And it is very important to tell that there was no such computer and now there are so many technologies. So I was working in a normal mode with a sighted person only with the help of the cassettes and braille writing. I was practicing. Nowadays, after 2006-7, I received the mobile with talking software and the computer. Now, at that time, there was no such technology. So I had to go on with normal mode. I learned previously normal typing when I was in 10th standard.
Okay, glad to know that, ma'am. So next that I want to ask, because you have been working in the legal industry for so many years now. So what do you think changes should be made to the legal profession to make it more inclusive for people with special abilities, especially from your experience?
Yes, when I was working and I got admission in law, after that 1995, there is an enactment, Rights of Persons with Disabilities, Equal Opportunities Act 1995. And thereafter, now in 2016, there is an Act, Persons with Disabilities Act 2016. So there are so many rights like a normal person to the disabled person. So this act has shown the inclusive education, inclusive employment with this. But now so many implementations are not done in India up till now. There is no awareness, lack of awareness, and a blind person is only seen with a sympathy. Oh, how will he work? How will he live his life? So there is no awareness up till now in India, especially in Maharashtra, Nagpur. There are so many technologies. In Delhi also, there are some advocates practicing privately, but there is no assistant government pleader anywhere appointed by the Maharashtra government or any state government. So there should be an awareness. And blind persons are specially only looked as the burden. There is a burden on anyone. So now people's attitude need to be changed. And there should be an awareness. Now judges are also telling me that please tell us what is the latest technology and you should read independently. There should not be the need of any sighted person because sighted persons are charging too much. And the assistant government pleader has no regular salary. Government doesn't give, only there is a contract job and there is no such salary. So the assistant cited are not affordable nowadays. So I have started my practice with the help of the talking software with my mobile. For instance, document reading the documents and the reading on computer, my replies and all.
So I think that's a very good thing, that awareness should be made, and it shouldn't be like that, people who are blind should be treated with sympathy. They should be given all the opportunities, and especially how you have mentioned that technology is now playing a role in enabling you to practice. So I think with more awareness and with adopting technology, anyone, can practice and anyone can thrive in the legal profession. So we should actually support this.
Because other handicaps are working with their sights and blind persons are most excluded person from the society.
Yes, yes. So I think we should change that approach now that we are implementing a lot of new things, and we are coming up with so many laws for disabled persons also. So I think it will be a great thing if more people join legal industry and they do not feel that, because we do not have this thing, we should treat it as a hurdle in our career. So hats off
Yes,
to you
yes.
for uh, trying this and for making this change in the industry. It will inspire a lot of people. So, ma'am, since you have been practicing for many years, can you share any memorable experience or case from your career that highlighted the impact that you have made as a practitioner?
Yes, when I was in private practice, there was a case of my own childhood friend. She is also blind. So she was struggling for her job. She is a music teacher and lecturer. So the uh, Justice Sir Patel sir had appointed me in that case also as amicus curiae. So I had appeared in that matter. Being my school friend, she was my client also. So I argued the case from her side from against the LAD college where she was not appointed and she was they have refused her to they had refused her to appoint as music teacher. So it was an the very easy job. Now she has been appointed, but I was appointed in that case and argued her for her. And other also, there were prisoners of MOCA, MCOC Act. They were not allowed to be released on parole and furlough. So I had argued their cases, and from MCOC and the hardened criminal, he was allowed to and released on furlough. So they were appreciating me very. So many cases came to me thereafter.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. That you have helped your friend also. So it's great that you are helping the community by becoming a great lawyer. So I think,
Also, I want to tell one another case. One more blind person was there. He was deceived by some company there about the telephone booth machine. So I want to tell that I have completed consumer protection diploma course, consumer law after LLB education, LLB final year. So for that blind person also, I argued the case in consumer court.
okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, you've also taken our contract drafting and negotiation course. So, can you tell us your experience with the course and what aspects did you find to be very interesting?
First of all, I came to know about this course from the bar and bench application, which I have downloaded in my mobile app. So I was just seeing that application. I came to know the news that there is a course, 8 weeks course. So I found that I am very interested in drafting. So my drafting of reply is very appreciated in court. So I thought that the drafting work I will take in addition to, if I am continued to be assistant government pleader and there is no future promotion, so I will be glad to take the drafting work if there's sale deed or loan agreement, and also that I have had contacted and I had decided to join this course.
How do you think the skills and knowledge you gained from the course will help you in your career as a lawyer?
It was I was so much interested in practical work drafted, so it was very helpful. So in future also, nowadays the company job has been started. There at our time there were no such courses and draftings, so it will help me in future if someone came and I want to tell you that my husband is in Vedanath Ayurvedic company. He is working since last 15 years as a accountant. So from there also I receive work of notary. So I think if any there is work received for drafting, I can do.
So glad to know that it helped you in learning the practical knowledge. So, ma'am, what adaptations or accommodations have you found to be useful during this entire online course?
So what I was during my education, I followed through listening and I made notes in my college. So like that, it had helped me. Now when there was the online session, I followed the theory and only for practical I had to go through computer and search the drafting. So from computer software it is accessible. It is not so good, but it is somehow accessible and I can read through software. And like I was studying in my classroom, I followed the sessions and made my notes in braille. So whatever the uh, class was taken by other teachers, so it was easier to me to follow by listening and making notes.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, according to you, what can be done to make online education more accessible to everyone?
For the visually challenged, it is easier because we can turn on the computer and when we join, so there is already the talking software, so it can be helpful. What the problem is, we can't see what is going on, what is be writing written by the teacher on the board. So teacher should I think it has been done in our session. The while teaching, you all have were telling that what is writing written on board. Somehow, every word we can follow it if the teacher going on reading while writing the words on blackboard.
Yes, so according to you, if they read everything that's there, it will help a lot.
Yes, yes. Because now I am following the lectures on YouTube that I had already filled the form for family court judge and I am studying the laws. So the lectures they are writing and reading to we can follow if they are reading while they writing the words on the board.
Yes. So, ma'am, lastly, what are your future goals, or is there any message that you want to leave to our audience?
I am very much interested in going to judiciary service. My intention to uh, is to serve for the nation. Likewise, I am working from last 24 years and working for the prisoners' welfare. Now, I had made representation to the government that the advertisements are made for the advertisements are published for the judges post, but there is no reservation for visually challenged or any persons with disability. So I had filed petition twice. So there is no decision up till now, but I had already filled a form. So I want to be in judiciary service in future. And as well as I will be very happy to make my son the only son. He is also he also will be the lawyer. He has got an admission in Nagpur NLU. So I will be always interested to see him the happiest person. So he was very much interested in law, not in the science. So he has taken the legal course. So with my inspiration, he was helping me in notary work. So only the message is a blind person is not a backward person, and he cannot be neglected. The blind person should be included with the society, and every chance should be given to the visually challenged person.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. We wish you all the success in your judiciary petition that you had filed. And I'm glad to know that your family has also been very supportive in your journey. So I think with family support and the dedication that you have had throughout your legal career has been very helpful in your journey. So it is for everyone who's watching this episode. I believe that with shared dedication, determination, and pursuit of knowledge, we can overcome any obstacle. So stay inspired and keep reaching for your dreams. Until next time. Thank you so much, ma'am, once again for joining us.
Thank you very much, madam.